Logic Pro session players are a fantastic tool for creating new parts for a song or finding inspiration in unexpected places. However, it really comes down to how well you understand how to program them. But I'm here to help. In this video, you'll see me developing a new section for my song, making the most out of the session players, especially the keyboard player. What you're about to see is an excerpt from a live stream where I'm producing a song from start to finish using Logic 12. You'll find the link in the description down below. Make sure to stick around until the end because I got a great sound design trick that will enhance the sound of the keys even further. With that being said, let's get into it. Now that we got this in order, I will check if the bass, because it's the easiest to tell if it's actually following the chord progression correctly. I'm gonna use my guitar, the recording we did, with the bass. It did, but it's a mess. Why? Because the settings on the performance, for the performance, are way too insane. It's too much of everything. So I'm gonna lower, let me remove this. I'm gonna lower the intensity. And let's see. It should be less terrible. And still, I don't know if I'm gonna have the bass player in there. Okay, that's a little bit less awful. So, with this working, I'm gonna bring back the rest of the mix and let's arrange this section. For this, I think I'm gonna bring in the keyboards, but I think this could be a good moment for us to have a different sound playing the keys here. Maybe an organ. So I'm gonna create a new, what's the name? What's her face? A new session musician. Here is. And I'm gonna bring on the keyboard player. For this, it would be good having maybe one of the new ones, rhythmic chords. Not necessarily. I think I'm gonna, yeah, let's try the arpeggiated. And it might be a mess, it might not. We will see. Let's create it. And here, I'm gonna swap, instead of using the piano, well, let's try piano, why not? So let's get to that point. I'm gonna be using, and of course, let me change the size. This is way too big. And we're gonna be using this area for our loop. Here, perfect. I'm gonna create a cycle based on the selection, just so the key command. And I'm gonna press play, so let's see what the whole thing is doing. And also, damn, it created piano for everything. I don't need piano everywhere. Well, wherever. Let's see. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Not too shabby. It's not awful, but it's way too much. I think it's busier than it should. So once again, let's click on the editor and let me remove the caps. So let's take a look at this. Maybe we can play it at a slower pace. We can go here to details and then tempo. Let's try half time. And also I will ask for less notes, dragging the complexity, and you can tell over here that is the amount of visual cues or visual notes presented to us are less present. Also, let's knock down the intensity because it could be probably interesting having it a little bit more like in the backdrop. Let's see. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Okay, I think I liked it. Let's see. Let's go to the main, And let's bring in the second hand, but instead of playing voicing, perfect, would only sustain. Maybe that could work like a very hard low note. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. 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 Na, 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 na. I think it's starting to get us somewhere. I decided to remove the guitar for now because it's a little bit off tempo, because the string is not set to the. I was playing just to the click track, but I start to feel that there is some form of music going on. So I'm gonna go back. So let's listen to the previous phrase, because that's something that I also like to do when producing music and composing. I want to see if what I did actually makes sense in the context of the song, not just necessarily speaking as a phrase, because as a phrase starting to get somewhere. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na na na. Okay, I even kind of like what I did with the voice at the end. So let's double this whole section. It's kind of working. And now let's add some drums. Perfect, there is. And I'm going to extend the tail of this phrase at the end. Well, let's see. Oh, one thing. This is incorrect. It's here. Na. Na. Let's see. Oh, one more thing. Let me remove my face. Right now the piano is just playing randomly, or just following that key. I have to copy the key, the chord progression as well. And also, let's see. In this case, I think it's going to be very important for me to use the full length of the recording, so I can actually copy the section correctly. There is. That way, I can set it to the beginning of the bar, and I can now clean up the mess. I don't need this section. And I can actually have the entire phrase in both. Nice. So let's see. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. That section there, I think, would be fantastic having the drums, or bringing back the drums with a kind of. We're gonna start to build up the momentum. So I think I'm gonna go here, clicking on the drums. I'm gonna turn it all the way here, or slim it down this region, making it slimmer or less big, smaller. That's the proper word. Now let's edit the crap out of it, because right now it's gonna just play a fully fleshed out tempo. Let me just play it back. Not fun. Also, let's bring back the bass over there, because I think the bass is gonna be important as well, especially now the drums are gonna be brought back. Now, going back to the drums again, let's see. I think I'm gonna go for super calm, very slow, so go for half time. Or maybe not, we'll see. No, maybe not. I'm gonna go for standard, but I'm gonna go for hi-hats, no snare. Let's see what it's doing. Na, 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 na. Na, na, na. Na Okay, okay. It's starting to get better. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go for just almost 4 to the floor. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. 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 Nice! Now it's starting to sound like music. So I think it's almost time for me to bring back the guitar. So let's clean up this mess, removing the editing window and also bringing back my face. Let's see how it feels from behind, because I think that was a good idea. And also I think it's gonna be important, before I do the guitar and before we go back in time, let's play a little bit with the sound of the piano, because I think we can do something fun. Let's see. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Look, the sound of the piano, I like it for what it's doing right now, because it has that kind of natural sound. And I like the reverb as it is, because it's adding the natural vibe to the sound, right? But I want to make it a little bit more scenic, more spectacular sounding. So let's try a different reverb after that one. Why? Mind this. The first reverb is gonna act as the room, okay? It's gonna create the idea of convey the illusion of this actually being recorded inside of a room, right? The next reverb we're gonna be using is gonna create this a larger than life sound, something that is more impactful sounding, okay? Or more ethereal sounding, that's a better term. So I'm gonna keep this guy as it is. We don't need it, we don't need to change anything, it's working, I like the sound for now. So let's try one of the reverbs. Let's try one of the built-in reverbs. Let me find him. What was the name of these guys? It was added in one of the this Quantec stereo simulator. This is very good. It's mimicking or inspired by the sound of a very nice unit. So it sounds like this again, solo. As usual with a reverb, let's first apply a little bit of delay. So it's a little bit after the sound kicks in, so it's a little bit more natural. And also let's increase the reverb time. It's incredible that this reverb is built in. It sounds amazing. I love, particularly speaking, these AD-DA converters drive. It's adding the saturation and a little bit of the clipping and some of the beat reduction that happened in the original box. And it's adding plenty of color and beautiful textures to the sound of a reverb. Fantastic. Now let's see how it sounds in the mix. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Awesome. Like it a lot.